Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come on.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down.
But Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they've got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you've got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
Being chased out left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw here. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete.
And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And you'd think on third down they'd just be looking for something right beyond the sticks. And I think they caught the defense flat-footed as a result because they decided they were going to take a shot right there, and it ended up being a big play.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Given back-to-back catches now. That one for 16 and another first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year.
And the Panthers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Come on, set. Three. Hey, red cycle. Ready?
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Well, this defense for the Panthers, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
In today's NFL, when you talk about goals for defenses, and you think that maybe you'd like to hold them under 14 points or so, we think our offense can usually get 17 to 20, so that's a reasonable goal. But when you hold a team under 100 yards of total offense, you're going to win 99 times out of 100. And the one game you lose, you'll know who to blame.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, As we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on third down, Hansen. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Drake. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on third down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot in the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're down a touchdown?
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Hansen. And throw here, that's complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And his throw is incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Off play action. Hansen. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Johnson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partners, a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now, but let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll look to throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take possession of the football. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. A great play there.
His 7th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Jets have taken the lead. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, maybe perhaps a bit more of a focus on the run game for this drive after tossing an interception on the previous one?
I think that's a good way to look at it and a good way to think about it, but maybe they get to it in a little bit different way, because after you throw an interception, you want to make sure you keep your quarterback's confidence high. So maybe you give him a couple easy throws that he can complete, and then get to the running game and try and get things settled down.
Yeah, and still in the first half here, a long way to go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Here's a give up the middle. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. 10-7 our score after 1 right here on EA Sports. The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this 3rd down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that.
Here we go on 4th down. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable 2nd down.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
There he goes left side. The 30. 10. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick-6 for a Panther touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way to the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy who made the play, he gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room, it translated into a big play to put points on the board for their team.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30, up to the 33.
Okay, ready?
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
And they enter play here in this one on a 2-game win streak, plus they come off the open week as well. So this is a team that has a lot of things working in their favor.
It certainly is, and let's face it, this team is playing so well. The worry now is that after a few extra days off, they'll be sluggish coming into this game. So I've heard that he spent more time in practice working what they call good versus good, starting offense versus starting defense. They want a fast start in this next game.
To throw on second down, Hansen. Looking sideline, incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
In motion goes the tight end. On third down, Hansen. And this is going to be intercepted.
Isaiah Simmons picking it off.
And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Last time out, Charles, they opted to go for it on fourth down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but the defense held strong, and they hold on to this slim lead.
And how about as the defense ran off the field, how about the greeting they got from their teammates on the sideline? They kept that narrow lead by their nice play. Now, let's pay it off for them, right? Punch it in on this drive, take that lead back up to 2 possessions. That would be a nice little thank you gift to them.
That one good for 26 and a first down.
Okay, ready?
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. The Panthers at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Hands it off out of the gun. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Touchdown, Panthers. A great effort there with his second touchdown here in this first half. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
38.
Off the play fake. Hansen. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A 1st and 10 here. And, you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down. Now a timeout called for by the offense, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Looking to throw. Hansen. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Here we go, set. Snap, red. 6, 7. Black ultra. Ultra. Hurry.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Hansen. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half. But the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them up the scoreboard here.
And cycle.
On 3rd down, Drake. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. And Johnson's kick is good, and that'll make this an 8-point game. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Ready, set.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half.
19 tight.
They'll throw now on the final play. Looking left side, and it's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. So it's halftime here in Charlotte with the Panthers out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin.
And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down for a nice little gain.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
From the gun on third down, Hansen. And that will be incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
And on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give them 5 on the return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
And they'll run on the inside handoff.
And some room to roam now. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
2nd down at 5.
18 Rattler, 18 hustle.
They'll set up a throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And they've just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, he's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. He'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And his kick is indeed good. And the lead now 11, 24-13. So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. Back to throw. Hansen. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this one is incomplete.
Credit the secondary, credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Right, 97. Blue striker. Your blue.
Off play action. Hansen. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. Here's the Jets punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Fielded at the 33. 13 yards, the tally on the return there. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
19. 60 Maverick, 60 Maverick. Panther 11, Panther 11. Hustle.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll set up to throw. And quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll take this to the 47, but no further, as they get him down well short of the line to gain. Only able to gain a couple there. And it'll be 4th down. Here's the Panthers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. They'll return it from the 6. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Ready.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
They'll go again with Hall. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
To throw on 3rd down, Hansen. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start with it.
52 Glasgow. Point to middle. 560.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Here's the Jets punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll try and hurry the kick, gets it away, but it's not looking that great. Just 21 yards on the punt there. And the Panthers will take over in terrific field position. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's got some space here. Touchdown. A great play there with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year.
And the Panthers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this 4th quarter.
He's going to wind up and air it out, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Hansen.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they've forced in this runaway contest.
On third down, Hansen eluding the pressure right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Here's the Jets punter now as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. That's taken on the 25. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 18.
19-5,
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. They're going to look to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here.
And the avenue collapsed for him as he's going to be held up short of the goal line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've only converted once in 4 tries. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious. So you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to air one out. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Looking to throw. Hansen. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
They'll try to run this one in. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the one.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of...
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the night.
And the Jets have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. And Johnson's extra point up and good.
And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit.
Here's Johnson set and ready to kick this one away.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, don't look now, but they've got a little bit of a battle on their hands again. Back to a 2-score game. The interception that led to a touchdown. You'd have to think they're a little more careful here if they do indeed try to throw the football.
Yeah, and I was a little surprised by the last throw. You know, that type of throw with this type of a game.
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
And the Jets are right back in this football game.
Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's the guy in all the commercials now, right? And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
Picked off by J.C. Horn.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
He's got a man complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
Following the penalty, it's 1st and 5, and you got to think offensively, all kinds of options. Dancing to his left. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 14 yards.
And the Panthers are closing in now on a 7th straight win to start the year.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Ready.
The They'll send a receiver here in motion right. To throw on second down. Hansen firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. His second catch, and this one not nearly as electrifying as his first. And it'll bring up third down now. And in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. To throw on third down. Hansen. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
Ready. Get ready. Do black. On the ball.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Well, I guess an interception at this point on fourth down is just as bad as an incomplete pass. Either way, the ball goes over to the other side.
Yeah, it's a tough spot to be in this late in the game, and there's not a whole lot he could do there. And he winds up giving the ball away.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Going down the middle, and it's complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Now a play fake here on first down. His throw incomplete. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Forced out to his left. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards the pickup there.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here we go.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
Warriors 17, 18, Pioneer.
Back to throw. Steps away to his left.
And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
Oh, he's been fun to watch in this one. He's made the correct reads all game long and helped stake his team a huge lead. Running, passing, he's made all the right decisions. But that wasn't the right read on that one. It falls incomplete.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Panthers. From 8 yards out. And the Panthers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Well, this has been another impressive display by this undefeated team, Charles, and it looks like they're going to stay that way after this one.
Yeah, one of the league's best offenses. They've stayed on brand in this contest because they continue to look good at what they do. Just added a late touchdown. Now they're really hammering home just how good they've been all year long, letting the rest of the league take notice.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. From a yard or two deep, here comes the return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
And he's going to get this down inside the 40 before he's finally ridden out of bounds. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. Back to throw. Hansen. And a throw right sideline is complete. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Panthers come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over. The partner under the lights in prime time, this offense, they gave the nation quite a show, putting up that many points to come away with what will certainly be a memorable win for them.
And, Brandon, I think it's as simple as this. Some players, some teams, they're just meant for the big stage. And when they get a chance to play in this type of atmosphere, where all eyes are on them and all the lights are shining brightly, they show up and they show out.
So for the Panthers, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Atlanta Falcons next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll get a home date next week against the Kansas City Chiefs.